Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We are a TV theme song explorer. We've got one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song. We like all genres, cartoons, dramas, comedies, soap operas, and we are happy you are here. If you enjoy our show, if you'd be so kind as to like and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, helps us out. Our goal is to retire from our jobs and become professional podcasters, and we can only do that with your help. Speaking of your help, what makes our show extra fun is when you reach out to us with comments, questions, observations. So if you have anything to say, you can message us on Facebook, you can message us on Threads, Instagram, email at the Super 80s Podcast. Actually, I shouldn't say the Super 80s Podcast Friend at gmail.com. That's the spiel. Hey, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
And we're happy that you're here with us for episode 28.
Ooh, wow.
Of the Super 80s Podcast Friend. I'm excited to find out what it's going to be today.
Yeah.
Always a mystery. We like to start out with a drink. We encourage you to have one with us as long as you are not driving or anything like that. But if you're currently riding a bus, crack open a beer. Share one with your passenger. Give them one of your AirPods and listen to the podcast together.
There you go.
Find some rando and make a new friend. Seems like a good plan, right, guys?
Yep.
I like it.
What are we drinking today, Ryan?
Well, this is something different. Congress Street IPA from Trillium Brewing Company in Canton, Massachusetts.
Holy shit. Yeah, we're all having it. Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
Ryan brought over a 4-pack of Tall Boys.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Left
that.
on my doorstep by some random neighborhood robot.
More about him in a few moments. Well, it's great. So Congress Street India Pale Ale in straight on Massachusetts. So welcome to the podcast, Congress Street.
Yeah. Cheers to
Cheers,
Congress
everybody.
Street.
Yeah, excellent. Bottoms up.
Yeah, it's delicious.
We like to start out our podcast with observations from previous weeks. These can be retractions. These can be from the mailbag. If listeners send us any messages, or it can just be random things we've thought about since then. Just to let you guys, Ryan and Pete, know, last week was Star Trek The Next Generation. The week before was Baywatch, and the week before that was Night Court. Any comments, thoughts, observations?
No.
That's Engineer Pete, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm going to come right back and say no as well. I got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
I actually don't have much this week. I usually am the one who has a lot. But I've got a couple of things. From the listener mailbag.
Oh.
Nice.
One of our listeners messaged us on the Night Court intro. I mentioned that the columns were either Doric or Ionic.
Oh.
Listener writes, those are not Doric nor Ionic columns. Those are Corinthian columns.
Boom.
So I would like to retract calling those columns either Doric or Ionic because they are Corinthians. And if you are new to the show, we've got a little theme song called Retraction Time. Retraction time. Doo-doo-doop.
All right.
Another listener, and one thing I love about the world of podcasts is people jump into our shows at different times.
Yeah.
So just recently I got a message about somebody who, having listened to our show, wanted to go and watch an episode of Charles in Charge.
Oh.
Here's the message from that listener. Sitting at the car dealership and watched the pilot episode of Charles in Charge. There is no explanation of how the arrangement came to be, but the show is filled with sexual innuendo and slightly off-color remarks.
Oh, interesting.
Very good.
Charles in Charge.
Wow.
Finally, we have an anonymous statistician
Yes.
who gives us interesting stats on our show, things we say, blah, 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 blah. For our quarter century episode, which was Night Court, he put together our beer updates as of that episode. So as of episode 25, we've had a total of 75 drinks.
Okay.
Our top brewery.
Sounds like a lot. When
I was just going to say, it hurt my liver a little bit when he said that. Jeez.
Our top brewery, Three Sheeps out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Oh.
They have been 24% of our beers.
Wow.
Nice.
Our top varietal from Three Sheeps has been their Water Slides beer
Oh.
at 19%.
Wow.
And our top style is an IPA. Fellas, let's see who can guess the percentage of our beers that have been IPAs. As of episode 25. This is 28, so it's not including our last two.
I'll say 87.
And I'd say probably higher. 90.
You both busted 63%.
Oh, wow.
What else have we drank?
Well, I guess Moon Man isn't technically an IPA. It's a pale ale.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
We've had a couple of stouts and porters. We had, I think, the rum drinks of episodes 10 and 20 have brought that down.
Drinks.
Oh, yeah.
I've had some wine occasionally.
It's true. It's true. Had a couple of wine episodes.
Wine. I'm looking at the notes. I think that's pretty much it. Any other things before we get to business?
I watched an episode of It's a Living.
Mark the date and time, ladies and gentlemen.
Engineer Pete has watched an 80s show. It took us 28 episodes.
So I randomly was just like third season, third episode, thinking I'm going to pick something right in the middle, and that randomly was the Weight Watchers episode that John happened to.
Was that Ryan's or mine? That might
Did you
have been
watch that one?
Ryan's.
The one where there was like a convention for weight loss.
Yes.
So I randomly picked that. I'm like, well,
Okay.
I'm not going to watch that one. And then I don't know if I just went with the next episode, but I do know I had some beers last night, and I can't tell you anything about that episode at all as far as what the plot was about. I just know that I thought the jokes were really corny. That obviously the piano player, we talked about him being a real sleazeball. That was, real, and a lot less. Like, it's like their conversations are all just happening, and actually serving food and making customers happy is all like in the background. Like, they're not even like really that focused on this really nice restaurant up in the sky, and they're just like talking to each other and ignoring.
Yeah, the restaurant is there just as a vehicle for subpar storylines.
Because I was excited about that part for whatever reason.
Yeah, you worked in
We worked in food service.
We worked in food service.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Like, what is it?
I wouldn't watch it again, I don't think. Maybe I would give it another try, but I didn't.
Did you watch the whole episode?
I think so.
We'll give that a
50-50.
yes. We'll give that a yes. That a yes. That's a yes. I think that's something. That's saying something.
It's something.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'll try harder next time and maybe take some notes.
Engineer Pete's first recap is an episode that Ryan already recapped. He doesn't remember it. May or may not have finished it.
But
I think
you dipped your toes in the water, and that's
you're welcome.
That's a major accomplishment.
No,
Yep.
that's great.
Well done.
Well done indeed. Thanks for the recap.
Yep. Glad to help.
Hey, let's sing recap time with Pete. Okay. Recap time with Pete.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
That was good. All right. We got all that shit cleared out of the way. It's about time to introduce you to our robot. His name is Conky. He used to belong to Pee Wee Herman. He was a star of Pee Wee's Playhouse. Ryan was trolling the valley a long time ago, found him in a dumpster, put him in his tricycle, pedaled up to the lovely state of Wisconsin. Conky now lives here. He massages people's bunions, shovels their snow, and gives tattoos to anybody who wants one. He's a decent tattoo artist. He's just got a safety pin and a bottle of Higgins India ink, but it's good enough for us.
Is it weird that when you said tricycle back to Wisconsin, I pictured the scene from
Revenge of the
Nerds?
It's not weird at all. It's fantastic. By the way, listeners, if you want Conky to give you a homemade tattoo, we'll fly you on over to Wisconsin, and we'll let you sleep at one of our in-laws' house, and you can get a Super 80s podcast tattoo. So send us a message. We won't fly out here, but we'll meet you at the Hardee's.
We'll have Conky come pick you up.
Yep. He'll pick you up at
In his
Hardee's.
sidecar.
His little sidecar. And you can get your very own Super 80s podcast friend tattoo. Sure to be liked by at least 2 people on our Instagram page.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to make the big time.
2 likes.
2 likes. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. So Conky helps us pick out our song.
Conky. Yeah, there we are.
He helps us pick out our song. He's
Full
going to do it
circle.
right now.
Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Nice.
Very nice.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I agree. Listeners, by the way, anonymous statistician is making notes of how many times I say per episode. Listeners, if you are new to the podcast.
That's 100%.
Yeah. Listeners, if you are new to the podcast, got it. Maybe I should just stop saying it. We have no new listeners.
We should just do a fill of it, and you can just...
I can spend my time drinking my beer.
Yeah.
We like to talk about our memories of the program. So, Ryan, memories of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I definitely watched it consistently, liked it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely remember the theme song,
When it gets to humming time,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember liking the show and the theme song a lot.
Pete?
Yeah, I believe I watched it. Couldn't tell you any specific memories about it. Could not hum the theme song. I have no idea what this... I mean, I just know that it sounds like a bunch of high-pitched voices.
I watched it regularly as well. I was a big fan. One Christmas, Santa Claus brought my sister and I plush. I got a plush Theodore, and she got a plush Simon.
Nice.
And when our kids got old enough, we would occasionally, maybe we'd watch it on YouTube, but they now have those plush Simon and Theodores. And my mom went on eBay and found an Alvin, so we got all 3 of them.
Got
Got
the
the
full
whole
set.
set.
Got the whole band back together.
Nice.
And, I was a big fan. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, David Seville,
Yeah.
right?
And the girls, they had some girls too. didn't they?
Chipettes, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Pete's
remember what
gonna,
their names are.
Pete's going to teach us good in
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, I was a big fan. I don't know how long it was on. We'll learn that in a bit as well. But I certainly watched it regularly and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a pretty big deal for a couple of years.
I think it was.
And I feel they had they started in the 50s or 60s. They had an 80s and recently, so they've made the rounds.
I feel like they have like a period in every decade. It's
almost like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. So,
Ryan, why don't you hum the theme for us?
dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doot.
Doot. Yeah. Right.
All right.
So engineer Pete recently had this information beamed into his brain from Conky. Conky took a break from giving somebody a tattoo, scooted back in the house, and now Pete is fully aware of all things Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I like the idea that Conky's outside in the snow and fog right now, delivering a homemade tattoo to someone.
He just has got a little fire going. He's out there smoking cigarettes.
So Alvin and the Chipmunks debuted on NBC in September of '83. It actually aired until 1990 with a total of 102 episodes. It went into syndication in 1988, and the name was changed to the Chipmunks. During the final, yes, John.
Was there a contract dispute with Theodore and Simon?
I mean,
You never know.
Well, she got first billing.
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Any band. Any band. But during that final 1990 season, the name was changed again to the Chipmunks Go to the Movies.
What?
And each episode was a spoof of a popular Hollywood movie.
Oh,
weird.
I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, well, we probably all were done watching
Yeah.
Chipmunks
Yeah.
by that point in time.
We were getting tattoos and smoking cigarettes with Conky.
Yeah.
There you go.
So obviously the show featured Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, adopted by Dave, who was also their manager and whatever else.
Worked them like dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, yes, the Chipettes were their the girl band, I guess, sometimes on and off girlfriends of the Chipmunks.
Sort of an analogy here to Jem and the Misfits.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And their adopted mother was Miss
Scary?
Beatrice Miller, who was also their manager, and yeah,
I don't remember that either. Well,
they went on tour together and stuff.
So these chipmunks have all been adopted by humans?
Yeah, correct.
Is Beatrice a human?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anthropomorphic chipmunks adopted by humans.
Sure. There was one plot line that they had a pet. It was a stray kitten that they named Cookie Chomper the Third.
That's a great name. Yeah.
And one night the cat got out a window and was killed by a passing car.
what?
Wow.
Most NBC stations refused to air this episode.
But instead, they air Punky Brewster that night.
The show also featured Vinny, who was their long-lost birth mother that they decided to track down.
Her name's Vinny?
Yeah, I didn't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask. So the show was, yes, John.
Was Vinny a chipmunk or a human?
Vinny was a chipmunk, yes.
Okay. I don't know if they had like a chipmunk mom and a human dad or vice versa.
Oh, boy.
Maybe
Like out of this world.
We're getting out of this world here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. That's
No, but so Alvin eventually forgave her. He wanted to know why they were abandoned, and it was because it was a harsh winter.
Boy,
jeez, Punky Brewster.
Harsh winter, and she didn't think they were going to survive with her in the woods, so she gave them to a human that was friendly to the animals, I guess. I don't.
We have an Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas record from the 80s.
Sure.
And that story's real dark as well.
really?
Not to get into the details, but yeah, it gets intense.
Did they tell their background on the record?
No, there's a kid in the hospital and yeah.
Okay, sure.
So very top, that's kind of an 80s thing we've noticed, from the Facts of
Yes.
Life to Punky Brewster.
Yes. Well, again, orphans.
Orphans.
These are orphans again, right?
Yeah.
So the show was created by a guy named Ross Bagdasarian. His son has the same name. So it was in the 50s and 60s. Then Ross Sr. died in 72. His son, Ross Jr., was a lawyer, took over as vice president of the production company, which I think just produced Alvin and the Chipmunk stuff. Jr. actually worked, when he was a kid, worked with his father on the original show, like helping out like with the music and stuff. I don't know. So then Junior, starting in 1980, got married, and him and his wife started trying to, I guess, build the franchise back up. And so they released Chipmunk Punk and other albums. And then in 1981, there was a Chipmunk Christmas special. And then 2 years after that, they got their Saturday morning cartoon.
All right.
And that was NBC, right? That was network?
Yes. Yes. And then, so Bagdasarian was the voice of Alvin, Simon, and Dave.
Whoa.
His wife, Janice Carmen, was the voice of Theodore and all three of the Chipettes.
Huh. They kept it in-house.
Yeah. Oh, they kept it way in-house. Guess who wrote the theme song?
Bagdasarian?
Bagdasarian and Carmen. Song is called We Are the Chipmunks. The composer, there was a different composer for seasons 1 through 5 and 6 through 8. But he actually sang the songs as well. Bagdasarian sang them, and he had to enunciate them really, really well because they were sung at normal speed, and then the tape was sped up to make the high pitch.
Watch out, because here we come.
Exactly. That is... I think that's all the information that I've got.
I'm surprised. I knew that the show ran for a few seasons, but it ran for more than what I expected. For sure.
You said 83
to 90.
To 90.
That's a long run.
And based on what you said with number of episodes, this was a once-a-weeker.
Yes. So it went into syndication in 88, and I don't know if that then changes to the shorter season, but one episode a day.
Right.
Sure.
Or if they were just playing the old ones.
Right, playing the old ones
syndication.
after school, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you just relatively on topic. We recently watched Home Alone 2.
Okay.
And in that movie, Kevin makes reservations at the Plaza Hotel using his Talkboy recorder.
Yes.
And he turns down the speed
Yes.
to make it. So he's like, my name is, what's the McAllister dad's name? Peter.
Peter.
I'm Peter McAllister. I would like a... So it's kind of like what Bagdasarian was doing, but backwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it worked.
It
So
worked for
just-
both.
If I thought I knew what a chipmunk would sound like singing English words, that's
Yeah.
he nailed it.
Well, that's some interesting stuff. Thank you, Engineer Pete and Conky, for the background information on Alvin and the Chipmunks. So just really quickly, and I don't know if Conky told you this, so in the 50s or 60s or whenever, was it a regular show or was it just records?
I honestly don't know much about the original. I think it was a show,
Okay.
or at least some specials.
I seem to recall animation, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the Christmas song that everyone knows.
Oh, of course. That's
From the 50s. That's from like the late 50s.
Oh, yep.
That's a great tune.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what started it. Like they just created these characters and then but
Those chipmunks can sing.
oh yeah.
Great voices.
Yep.
My kids like the new movies. I mean I don't know how new they are. They're actually probably 10 years old now, but like
Have you seen them?
oh yeah, they're good.
All right.
Yeah, there's
They,
three.
they
I've
stand
seen-
up.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. There's like 3 of them, I think.
Well, I look forward to watching an episode of the 80s show.
Oh,
That should be good.
yeah.
Except for the one Pete mentioned that got banned.
Maybe
the
that's
one
the
you
one
should
you need
look
to
for.
find.
I'll avoid that one.
You need to look for that one. Or when they when they go looking for their birth mom.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, that's some great background on Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's about that time where we kick back and analyze the song. If you are new to the show, we start out by... I can't take it seriously anymore. We start out by listening to it, and then after that, we're going to do a watch through. But this first time, we're just listening. We're not looking at the screen because we want to really dive into the glory of Bagdasarian's opus.
Yeah.
True.
Let's hear it. It's already great.
Yep, exactly.
Uh,
I love the drum intro. Like
Yep.
that.
And it's got a real nice
Yep.
bump, bump, ba-na-na-na.
Yep, it's-
And I think there's a cool little arpeggiated thing come up here. Da-na-na-na. Let's hear. It's great.
Already.
Did you say that's all synthesizers?
Yeah, I don't think there's any acoustic instruments. This all sounds completely digital.
Yeah.
A lot of effects on their voices.
Yes. Holy cow.
A lot of reverb, some delay, a little chorus.
Yeah. The
You got
reverb.
all the buttons, John. Why aren't you using them? Right?
right. That's what they're there for.
Yeah. I don't remember the reverb, but that really sticks out when I hear it now.
Ryan, I'm going to probably need you for lyrics at some point, but so far we've just got "Watch Out, 'Cause Here We Come,"
That's right.
and I believe the next line. May I try to
Yeah.
predict?
Absolutely.
It's been a while, but we're back in style.
Exactly.
That's kind of cool because the Chipmunks
Right.
did go back a couple decades, and
Yeah.
this was their return. So
Still children. Yeah, you had the words right, John.
Heathcliff called. They
Wants
need
the
their sound effects.
Wants the sound effects back.
Weird.
Yep.
Watch out, because here we come. It's been a while, but we're back with style.
We're back in style.
Back in style. Yep.
We're back with style.
With
yeah.
style.
So, get set.
And that's how far we got.
Yep.
I'm set. Much like Nell Carter,
Oh yeah.
they're going to bring us action.
And satisfaction.
It's
I
catchy.
mean, I don't know if I compare it exactly to the Nell Carter.
It's catchy. It sounds like an 80s cartoon
Absolutely.
pop song.
Yep.
You know, yeah. All right.
And that's the part that I always remember, the CHIPMUNK, right?
Yeah. It's almost like Van Morrison's Gloria.
That's right.
G-L-O-R-I-A.
Thank you for adding Van Morrison to the list of comparisons that we have.
And even more so than Van Morrison, I'll up this. It's more like the Doors version of Van Morrison's Gloria.
Yes, Jim Morrison.
Was there a
singing
Patti
it, right?
Smith version too?
Yes, Patti Smith on horses. Now, Van Morrison's band, when he recorded Gloria, what were
Them.
Wow! Not to be confused with the King Diamond album, Them.
Correct.
All right, we've got King Diamond, The Doors, Van Morrison, and Patti Smith.
Put them in a blender, and what do you get? The Chipmunks.
Chipmunks.
Really quickly, what are some other songs that spell out words like that? There's Respect, of course, would be the obvious one.
PCT,
But
good question.
Mickey? Did they do it on Oh Mickey? No. Oh Mickey, you're so fun.
Okay.
Let's have some dead air here and just brainstorm. for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, that sounds great.
No,
Okay.
the 80s S S S S E E E safety dance S S S A A F F E E T T Y Y.
That's the best you're going to get from us, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. All right. We're the Chipmunks.
CHIPMUNK.
Did what?
Guaranteed to brighten your day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
It's a catchy tune.
Very good. I mean, I don't know how much this guy has written with his old lady, but they
Does he have a
Well,
discography?
I don't know,
I would like to
that.
buy his greatest hits.
but
Sight unseen.
the show was all about them being musicians. So I imagine the episodes have to be filled with a bunch of other songs that, he
True.
possibly
Right. If
contributed
you go
to.
back to our Gem episode, we went through like 200 songs written by one guy
that
for
was,
Gem.
That was insane. I did not get any
That was
information like that.
sweating over his
for-
desk at 4 a.m. with just like a mound of cocaine and some nachos. Just like, I gotta write more songs.
we got 6 episodes coming up. That's 3 songs per
Barry,
episode.
we need 100 songs by midnight. I'm losing it here. I'm sure it wasn't like that with who's this? Baldaharfian?
Bagdasarian?
Bagdasarian. Yeah.
Ross.
Ross. We'll call him Ross from now on. Ross the Boss.
Ross B.
Ross the Boss Jr.
Ross the Boss Jr.
What?
Hold on. I've got a fun game. Could you back it up 10 seconds? And I want... So, I know this line because when I was watching this with my boys 5 years ago, it drove me so crazy I had to Google this lyric because I didn't know what it was. So let's see what Pete can do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the one that has
We're
to.
going to play it again,
Oh, yeah.
and then you can stop
He's
it
got
and
lyrics
take
in
a
front of
guess.
him. And,
When you feel like a rock, give us a call.
When you feel like a laugh, give us
Oh.
a call. We'll give you our all.
and that was the one that got me because I was like, it sounded like he said, we'll give you a lol.
I agree.
And I didn't know what that meant.
LOL.
Oh, they were ahead of their time.
Yes, yes they were.
I don't know if that was some sort of weird code. So,
Give us our all.
when you feel like a laugh, give us a call. We'll give you our all.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
They're hardworking guys.
Yeah.
There.
Dave's a taskmaster.
Jeez, he's a dick. Didn't get that, and I don't remember.
When you feel like a song.
Yep.
Nice, Pete.
Boom. That was all the farther I got.
Tune in to us and sing right along.
Oh.
I'll be happy to in a second here. We
Yeah.
can't sing along with that part because nobody knows what you're saying, but we know it's about to come.
Bagdasarian did not over enunciate enough, or he sped up the tape too much.
When you...
Go down an octave.
We're the Chipmunks. Coming on stronger than ever.
Does he say we're the Chipmunks coming on stronger than ever before?
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Nell Carter similarities here, strangely enough.
That doesn't sound like an asset necessarily.
Yeah.
You know,
They're coming on strong.
we all knew guys like that in college.
Yeah.
It's like pump the brakes a little bit. So they're saying we're a little handsy.
Hey, we're the Chipmunks. We're coming on stronger than ever before.
Okay, assertive.
Mm-hmm.
They assert themselves.
We're the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore.
I love a good introduction to the band.
Yep.
And this is band intros.
Yep.
If they're playing let's say they're doing a 2.5 hour set at Deer Creek in Indiana, they're sharing the stage with Phish.
Yeah.
I think my sister met her husband at that show.
They're like 4 songs in. They come out. They don't even say anything, right? They
Right.
just jam, and this is where they
Correct.
and they get on trampolines. They got megaphones.
Yep. Exactly. Then you meet the band.
Yep.
Yeah. And I love a good doot kind of.
Yeah, it's
Sing
crazy
along.
catchy. I love it, actually. I must say, and I think this is a compliment to the quality of the song, I'm guessing there was a bunch of sound effects I didn't even hear,
Yes.
because unlike Heathcliff, where I was so just offended by the song, this one, it's good.
The song is good, so you're not distracted by the sound effects, which that's all you could hear in Heathcliff.
I think there's less
Okay.
than Heathcliff.
So Heathcliff
had.
might have been over the top.
Over the top.
But there definitely were some. I mean,
There were some, but it's not. There's no Cadillac flying into a lake and
turning into a
stealing
tub, turning into a Cadillac. Yeah.
stealing fish from the fish salesman and whatever the hell else Heathcliff was doing.
Oh, that is most certainly a catchy little ditty. I'm excited to see this. Like we've all talked, we watch this regularly. I have seen this probably more recently than you two, because I mentioned, I think here's how it worked. The plush came home from my parents' house. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Just burping up a storm.
Conker Street.
Conky Street?
Conker.
The plush came home from my parents' house, and that's when we started watching the show.
Okay.
So I'm relatively familiar, but it's been a couple of years. But Ryan, Pete, when's the last time you saw this intro?
1984 or
Yeah.
5
Right.
would be my
The
guess.
80s sometimes.
All right, I'll be interested if it comes. I do recall it coming right back to me. A few years
Yeah,
ago.
I mean, I can picture some things in it, but not. I don't have distinct memory of
Can
it.
you describe any of the scenes that you think you kind of can
I
like
just
this.
I remember them being on a stage and having like a suit on and like maybe dancing at the end. But
Sure.
That's it.
Well, there's only one way to find out what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Let's rip it up.
Yep, there's our stage.
I dare call this the iconic beginning of the Alvin and the Chipmunks
Oh
show.
yeah, very much so.
They're
I mean, look
playing
at
at
those
the
stands,
Hollywood
it's packed.
Bowl or something.
Yeah, it's packed.
Does that cloud in the back look like a cowboy hat?
Yeah, like 3 cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clouds
It
look
does.
like cowboy hats.
It looks like they're in like in
Pompeii.
a little bit.
This is like the
Arizona.
Pink
Which-
Floyd from Pompeii
Which columns?
concert.
Which columns?
Corinthian.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, listener.
listeners.
Are these
Architectural
Corinthian? But yeah, I mean they're playing at Pompeii with David Gilmour and the gang from Pink Floyd.
Watch out.
Yep.
We always got to tell you how the name of the show comes up.
And it just appeared. I'm guessing it's the curtain, right? It looks like it's the curtain with the name on it.
Yeah, maybe sequence. Maybe David Seville got there early in the night and put
Yeah.
sequence on the curtain.
Yeah, sequence is a good way of putting it. Yeah, like bedazzled almost.
Yeah, he's got a bedazzler.
Yeah.
He bought it from the Home
It worked
Shopping
like hell to
Network.
get that on the curtain. I'll tell you that much because it's midway up the curtain.
We were listening to the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas album over the holidays, and the Chipmunks are talking about how they want to play with their toys, and David Seville makes them go to the recording studio and bust out a few numbers. And they're like, Dave, it's Christmas time. It's like, you can play with your toys after you record another damn song. Like, seriously.
Get that hula hoop out of your hand
Yep.
and
Get your asses to work and record a song. Dave needs some money.
'Cause here we come. It's been a while, but we're back with
Yep.
style, so get
You were right about the formal wear.
Yeah.
Tuxedos?
Colored tuxedos. Yeah.
Listeners, if you're not familiar with the show, Alvin was kind of like the brash, kind of
Cocky
troublemaker. Theodore was the chubby sweetheart, and Simon was the nerd with glasses.
I don't remember in any other... Alvin has a hat here, and I remember that, like a ball cap.
Yep.
But I don't remember that in any other version of the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Our plush Alvin has a ball cap.
Oh, okay.
With the letter A on it, right?
Yep, and Theodore's got the T, and Simon's got the S.
Oh, so they all have them.
Just
okay.
in case you don't know who's who.
And listeners, because we don't video this, actually, Pete, Ryan, and I wear similar things. We have color-coded shirts with
Yes.
big letters.
Yes.
Mine's got a big J on it. Ryan's got a big R. Pete's actually has an EP.
Yeah.
For
Engineer Pete.
Engineer Pete,
Yes.
which is pretty cool. Much like Jughead Jones in the Archie comic books.
Exactly. Like Chuck.
But yeah, so we sit around. We wear really, really, really short shorts, and then big shirts with our and letters on them.
Hi. Mine are bike shorts and
And that leg
Hi.
tattoo of a salamander that Conky gave you is solid.
this is
It's not his best work, but
pretty good.
it's
Pretty good.
decent. It
Only
looks
took him a half hour.
6th grade quality. He's a robot.
To have some fun, we'll bring you action and satisfaction.
So, I mean, classic dumb
Hijinks.
klutzy hijinks. They fall into the orchestra pit, and the conductor gets pissed.
And there was, like
Dave?
Well, Dave, but like the background noise, like the.
I didn't even notice it again.
That's what I'm saying,
This is
right?
well done.
Yeah,
You know, maybe it's well mixed.
that's true.
That might be. Maybe in Heathcliff it was just so high in the mix,
Yeah,
whereas this is there, but it's a. I don't want to call it subtle but it's not abrasive.
Mm-hmm.
Their backdrop is very. Speaking of when they played Deer Creek, there's like shooting stars and
Absolutely.
planets and stuff.
you were spot on here. You were spot on with that. This is, yeah.
Going to see the Chipmunks is like going to a fish show.
Shine on Crazy Diamond.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Couple of things. This is getting more psychedelic.
Yes.
The trap door in the stage leads to a
Slide.
slide
into
through outer space.
to outer space, landing nowhere. But luckily, they fall on the Chipmunks sign that
neon
spells out
lights.
CHIPMUNK.
And when they land on the letters, it lights up.
Lights up with the moon right behind them. Only a crescent moon,
This
not a
is-
full moon like before.
It's a crescent moon. It's beautiful. There's a sound effect for
I was
us.
going to say, now
That one stuck
now
out a
I'm,
little
now I'm
bit.
trying to listen for it.
So just to confirm, they land on the letter K, it breaks,
Yep.
and they fall into a mysterious body of water.
Yes, I think it's going to make some big waves here, if my memory serves me correct.
Does one of them, do I see a mohawk?
Red, white, and blue hair.
Bottom right.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like glasses. Is that
That's Simon with a
Simon
mohawk.
with a mohawk?
Theodore's,
Maybe that's your punk chipmunk that you were
Chipmunks.
talking about.
Yeah, it could be the punk chipmunks.
and is Theodore wearing like a Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal hat?
He looks like Paddington Bear to me.
Oh, Pat, he liked marmalade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice bear.
Surfing.
So we're just morphing in from one thing to another. It looks like they've landed in the ocean, but they're actually in a bathtub.
Filming something. I mean, very effortlessly morphing, I must say.
They're filming Alvin on, those surf machines at water parks?
Yeah.
Looks like one of those, but it's in their bathtub.
It's in their bathtub.
And they're propelling the water with, looks like a $15 JCPenney fan.
Correct. Riding that baby, though. Oh. So here's a girl.
We get a quick glimpse of the
Chipettes.
Chipette. Very clever and creative.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're playing ball.
Playing ball, hitting a home run.
And it looks like Alvin, Simon, and Theodore are left, center, and right fielders.
Sure, playing outfield, all going back on the fly.
Swung on, Graham, base hit.
Going around third.
Swung on, line drive, base hit. Holy shit. So this is just Morph Central.
Totally. Now we're on motorcycles.
And they're dressed up like kind of classic 50, like Marlon Brando and
Yeah.
what is it called? The wild one? The quiet one? The something one?
Probably the quiet one.
The heat of the night.
The shy one.
It's the wild one. Marlon Brando and the wild one. They got the floppy hat. And they're riding motorcycles.
Yeah, they are.
Pete, what kind of motorcycle are we looking at here? It's Suzuki, Kawasaki?
Looks more like a moped. But
There's literally no distinguishing features that look like a real motorcycle.
Engineer Pete had a motorcycle in high school. Pete, what kind of motorcycle did you have?
It was a Kawasaki KZ650.
nice. See? Yeah, nice.
That was cool.
It didn't run very well, and I didn't know how to make it run. So
Where did you get it?
I bought it from a dude that ran a small engine shop.
Was there an ad in the paper? There was no internet.
No, he just sold bikes.
Oh.
And you knew that somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably rode a regular bicycle by, and I was like, well, I need one with an engine.
Right?
You know what's better than a bike?
Bike.
A bike with an engine.
Absolutely.
Sing right along, we're the Chipmunks.
There you go.
I'd like to take a moment to comment on their gear. So now we're back at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yep.
They're wearing suit coats with tails. Is that what those are called?
Yeah,
Yes.
And what's up with their bow ties? They look kind of floppy.
they are. That's like a 1970s style bow tie, I would say.
Okay, so bow.
Big,
Is
like
that
big.
Oh, yeah, the big ones.
Is that the writer of the song, Bow?
No, Ross.
Ross.
Ross Birkenhagen?
Yeah, Ross Birkenstock.
Big Desarian.
Bagdasarian?
I just met her.
That one landed.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, all right.
Ducked the
That did.
landing.
Yeah.
They're wearing tails, and they're Simon's in blue, Theodore's in green, Alvin's in red, which is their general colors. Simon's playing a white grand piano, very Elton John-esque.
Yes.
Theodore's playing a very 30s style drum kit, big ass bass drum.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
like a jazz kit.
It
yeah.
looks like a drum set that was drawn by someone who doesn't know what drums should look like.
Maybe it was described to them over the phone.
Just draw a bunch of circles, and then there's these things called symbols. They're circles too.
Yeah.
You got it, Bo.
And then Conky tattoos it on your back.
Conky is giving free Theodore drum set tattoos,
Yeah, he is.
full back pieces,
Full back only.
and we'll give you a free Congress Street India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
If nobody drinks it first.
And then Alvin's playing. It looks like
Good.
he's playing a guitar like a bass.
It looks like a bass guitar because it's so big.
Yeah, and you see what he's playing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
his
his
finger
fingers are
plucking.
over
Yeah.
the...
It's got the. It looks like a sort of a Rickenbacker
Right.
by someone who is on acid at a fish show.
Again.
Describe the Rickenbacker over the phone. They're like, yep, I can draw that.
They did it.
Coming on stronger than ever.
Hear that bass guitar play.
We're the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore.
It is a solid little bass line.
Yeah.
He's driving the Winnebago
He's
down
totally.
the highway,
Yeah,
the bass.
absolutely.
He's not the guy from Dallas.
No.
who
was like on acid and
out
all.
of his mind. This bass player is like, he comes into the studio. They're like, "What do you got for me today?" He's like, "This is your bass line." He's like, just driving it home.
Absolutely. Everybody was happy about it too.
Everybody's. Does Alvin have sequins on his hat?
It appears that way. Yeah.
All right.
It's a style. Sequin baseball caps mostly seen in elderly women.
Or Elton John. Right.
Or Elton John.
My Aunt Julie wore sequin baseball hats. Yeah, that's a great call. I love that.
Oh man.
Wow. That's fantastic. Alvin and the Chipmunks, it all comes back to you.
I agree that I remembered most of that one. Once you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I definitely remember that.
Yeah. Ooh. There we go. It's that time of show. It's that time of show.
It is that time of show.
It's that time of the show where we vote on the song. There's a couple options here. It can either get an "I'll be back," which means we like it, which is a thumbs up, or it can get a "You're in big trouble, mister," which is a thumbs down. Majority rules: if it gets 2 thumbs up, it goes on our wall of fame. If it gets 2 thumbs down, it goes on our wall of shame. At some point, we're hoping to put together some playlists so that if you're going for a jog, you can listen to either the Wall of Fame or Wall of Shame. We haven't done that yet. No one's done it for us.
If you want to listen to 31-minute songs during your run,
If you want to put that together for us, we're pretty lazy fellas.
Oh, we're really willing to have people help us.
Hard working at being lazy.
Very willing.
Anonymous Statistician is one of our helpers, and we appreciate everything he does for us.
And we encourage people to be anonymous helpers as well.
Yeah. Everybody likes a helper.
A graphic designer, maybe, to help us put our wall of fame and shame together.
I would, any listeners, we want you to be part of the family.
Right.
So let us know what you got, what kind of skills you have.
We're happy to...
Welding.
Yeah, we're happy to find some work for you.
Bunion massaging.
Well,
That's
Conky would be a
Conky.
little disappointed.
Yeah, we don't want to take away a job from Conky. We're supporting the Conky economy.
That's right. That's right.
Where was I?
The Conkconomy?
Conkconomy. Those shirts are available at Super 80s Podcast Friend T-shirts.internet.web. What are we talking about?
I think we're about ready
Pink
to
Floyd
vote.
at Pompeii.
Ready to vote.
Oh, right. As usual, I've played my hand.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's really...
In question
I'm-
here, probably.
I think Pete's our only potential wild card.
Yeah, but
Sure. Why don't you
I
go
liked
ahead?
it. It
Go
was
ahead.
upbeat. It was fun. The chipmunk voice, I don't know if I could listen to a full album of that.
2.5 hour show at Deer Creek.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming there's a lot of instrumental at that point. They're not singing for Jesus.
I'll be back.
But there's my vote. I'll be back.
I'll take the same. Give me one of them.
I'll be back.
I agree. Loved everything about it.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Well, it is official. Not only is the Alvin and the Chipmunks theme song on the Wall of Fame, it's a home run, grand slam,
It's magnanimous.
3-run homer. Not a grand slam. We don't have 4 people here. It's a 3-run homer.
It's a 3-bagger.
Nice job, Rob, dear.
Yeah, 3-bagger.
If you disagree with us, you're wrong.
Let us know why.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Write us, but you're still wrong. But we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Thanks for listening. Before we wrap it up for the day, and we're right in our sweet spot like we always are. Goodness gracious. Any comments, questions, thoughts, things that came to your guys' minds as we were listening to and watching Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Nope, I just like it.
No, I am much more curious about who did the song, because obviously they were a show about a band.
Right.
So there has to be a ton of songs out there. Who wrote those, and are they all this lyrically gifted?
I feel like, now I could totally be out in left field, but I feel like there were episodes where they made, because this was the prime MTV time, where they made videos and showed music videos of Alvin and the Chipmunks in the show.
Like as inside of the episode?
Yes,
Much like Gem.
correct.
Okay.
But like,
Interesting.
remember how the music video had like the ticker of like the artist
Yes.
and the song and then like produced by or whoever at the bottom, it had that same ticker.
I know, bottom left in white
Yes.
on MTV.
Correct.
For those of you.
Yes.
That's interesting. Listeners, if you legitimately did watch the show and remember that, let us know. If not, one of us 3 knuckleheads will dive in and find out. But if you know anything about that or have any YouTube clips, throw them on the Instagram or Facebook page. I'd love to see that. But that sounds super familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we will. One of us will watch an episode of this in the next couple weeks, and maybe not in the next episode or 2, but in the next 3 or 4 episodes, we will report back on Alvin and the Chipmunks. What a doozy! Hey, we got a great song there.
Absolutely.
Until next week, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
This is the Super 80s Podcast Friend, where the towels are hers and hers and hers.
It's the Super